Hi there, this is not the way I planned to spend my Sunday. This video is called Why is trying to organise things so messy? I mean, first of all, the legs dropped off this little thing that I've got books in, so that's not helping. That one's empty, so that was easy to move. There we have the headless naked wonder. That's Paris, and then we have Lady Jane there. Outside, that was me knocking something off, just ignore me. So as you can see, I'm trying to empty these units to take them upstairs. But there is so much. It's like the little stash room when, you know, Sue and Kelly were looking at the big craft room saying, how on earth did all this stuff fit in this little stash room? Well, this is the question with this, is I've got to move. Those are all patterns. Oh, this is just pattern books and junk. These are all things here. We've got knitting machine pattern books there. We've got all the postage bags and things that I use to send, you know, things away in. That pile is either the stuff to go in Etsy or it's my ironing. That's just a unit. That has also got bits and pieces and stuff in it. Oh dear, that's my shredding, which hasn't been shredded yet. On this side, of course, we've still got the knitting machines, and that's the light that I use when I'm making my videos. The knitting machines have not been cleaned. That's the seat for it's one of those posture seats, you know, that you put on to save your spine, and that's one of my blocking boards. Ironing board is still here, but at the moment, as you can see, I can't do anything because everywhere I look, there's a mess. There's a mess. There's a box. That's going to Karen, casualistic, when I get it all weighed up and sorted out. Those are knitting books. Those are crochet leaflets. Those are a pile of all sorts, and that's just my general mess. This is where I sit. As you can see, a whole mess on the desk because I'm sorting and I'm clearing, and it hasn't been done yet. There's Pink Butterfly. I'd started watching her video, but then I decided I'd record this instead. There's my new printer. There's my coffee. My cafe latte. The Hoover, which shows Willing. These are more of the, they've all got single leaflets in. These are all the vintage single leaflets that I've, you know, gathered up over the years. If you're into vintage patterns, I'm your girl. And there's what, five of those? Five of those. This is what I've done so far. Putting books into the bookcase. Trying to keep the ones I use more downstairs. This pile here is all going upstairs. And I won't show you in the kitchen because I've got the mop bucket there, and as you can see, I'm still in the process of doing that. There is my little, it's a little monkey that I put on my back when it's bad because you heat him up in the microwave, yeah. These are all my leaflets and things. So when you ask me what was the pattern number of the pattern that you used, bear in mind that I've got all of this to look through. I've got all of the black pattern books over there to look through, all in that drawer there, all in these everywhere. So you have to forgive me when I don't sort of snap to it and say, oh yes, it was this. Because as you can realise, I've got too many to look through. This is my screen that I use when I'm taking photographs for Etsy. This is another overflow of wool and bits and pieces and everything. Even my front room that was absolutely spotless and tidy has now disintegrated into a huge, huge mess. This is my recliner where I sit. And there's my tablet. Bag of sweeties that I shouldn't be having. And this is my view outside of the window. Hope I don't make you all dizzy. That's not my car, by the way, that's my... Well, it was my granddaughter's, but it's been sold. This is my view out the window. And for those of you in Canada, I think those two were gifts from my mum when she went to Canada. That's the Eskimo. That's just like a totem pole or whatever. And the paperweight was one that my brother gave me. Oh gosh, must be 20 or so years ago. The elephant that I absolutely adore elephants. Where has he gone? Is he zooming out again? My son brought me that, and I've just picked up various elephants along my travel. The little glass swan was my mum's. I think actually I bought it from my mum. And the, oh, I don't know if you can see the horse. He used to pull a cart, and he was my dad's. My dad absolutely loved that horse. But the cart, sadly, disintegrated many years ago. Yeah. What am I making now? Well, I don't know whether you can see it or not, Donna. There's your cardigan, waiting to be stitched up and have its borders made. And that's the one I've just finished. Well, I haven't finished it. I haven't finally finished it. Still got borders to be done. This is the Deramores order that's arrived with yarn in it for my next order. There's two shades if you're watching Z. It's either that sort of peachy colour or the very pale one. I will send you photographs of it too. That's my sewing box. This is my general mess on the table. This table is to go upstairs, by the way. It's actually for my sewing machine. Oh, we've got a van outside. Don't know what he's doing. It looks like a workman's van. This is my Native American dream catcher, which I absolutely love. I bought that off eBay, so it's probably never seen a Native American, but the thought was there. So he's going to hang up in the bedroom. Anyway, what have I got? Oh, we can see my little view. There's my view, there's my TV. There's the, oh gosh, can't do it. Why am I always zooming the wrong way? I love that painting. Well, it's not a painting, it's a print. It reminds me of when I was in Skiathos and they had all the, you know, the straw things where you sit underneath them to keep the sun off you. Don't know what they're called. Umbrella things, yeah. That is my flowers that my son and daughter-in-law bought me. When you switch them on, they light up and they go all different colours. They don't just stay yellow. They change colour. Yeah. I don't know what you can see in the corner there. There's the lamp that my son absolutely hates. That again is all fibres and it changes colour when you switch it on. Let's go zoom back out again. And you can guess whose little bed that is. That is Gigi's little bed. That's the old PC chair that is waiting to go up into the craft room. At the moment you couldn't even put your foot in the craft room. It is just a mess again. As we, you know, Sue and Kelly pulled the wardrobe down and everything that was in the wardrobe is now hanging in the craft room. So those little doggies up there, let's zoom in again. They are as old as I am. They used to sit in our hearth when I was a little girl. My dad got them. They're from Black and White Whiskey. I don't think it's still available now. That is a stopped clock. But my dad used to joke with my mum that if he ever reached his golden wedding, he wanted a gold clock. So my mum bought him that. It's not gold, of course, but it's pseudo gold. Let me stand up a minute. This beautiful stained glass is what my youngest niece brought me back from Poland. She was teaching English there for, I think it was about a year or 2 years. it needs to hang in the window because when the light catches it, it shines all different colours all around you. That's my 70th glass, sent to me by Grace, GB Maltese. Collection of candles, another collection of candles down there. An owl. I love owls. And the, no, it's not a tiger. It's not a lion, it must be a tiger or a leopard or something. That was brought back for me by my ex-husband when he went on safari to South Africa. The elephant again, I think was a present from my son again. He knows I love elephants. And the little teddy bear actually came from Daniel. You'll recognise it, won't you, Jackie? And just got some more big crochet hooks, fruit. And this is especially for, oh gosh, I'm just trying to think of her name, who had the glassware. I think it was Little Drops of Wonderful. She had got these glassware and she thought it was from the 60s. These are a wedding present from 1968 if you're watching it. Ali, I think she's called. And there they are. The glasses at the back were my mother's golden wedding present from all of us, and the decanter. This was one my mum had had for years and years and years. These elsewhere were wedding presents for me. They're sherry schooners. And that vase, that ornament there, I've had that since I got married in 1968. It managed to survive my son and never got broken. That was a present, I think, I'm just trying to think whether it was my brother or my ex-husband. And there's my little boy when he was little. That's another of Mum's wine glasses. And that was from my ex-husband as well when he went to Egypt, I think. I've got all sorts. Sue bought me those. They're not balls of yarn, they're actually candle holders. And then we go into the corner here, and then we've got my darling Buster. His ashes are still there, and his mug, and the little angel that my niece bought me. That was my mum's rose bowl. That again is very old. And as were the, these were fruit sundae glasses. I think actually they're very similar kind of pattern to, again, the glasses. They were fruit sundae bowls. I used to have 4 of those, but one unfortunately bit the dust. And those are choking, I believe, except that one there is from Canada. Those of you in Canada will recognise it. But the others are choking. They were from my mum. My ex-husband bought me the 2 teddies. Buys me a lot of things. And the teddy bear at the top came from a friend of mine. That's my son and my daughter-in-law on their wedding day. Whoops. Sorry about this, I'm just trying to get past this poof thing. Those are some of my great-grandchildren. Another photograph of my son's wedding. And there's me and my son. And the little black and white photograph is me when I was young. That's a desk that we won't talk about because it needs a really good tidy out. And these are, oops, let me sit down. I have to sit down, my back started hurting again. These are my CDs and my candles and everything like that. And the white thing is an oil burner that my son and daughter-in-law bought me. That's the timer that I'm supposed to set, the square thing, when I'm making a video, and we always forget to do it. That's a collection of the latest magazines and things that I've just got. There's my plant. It's some kind of a lily, I think. It hasn't flowered for quite a while, but it's still alive. And obviously, oh, let me turn around. There's my cushions, and this is my gorgeous throw. I love this throw. It's beautiful, and it was meant to be on the bed, but it's not made it there yet. So that's just a little tour of the chaos that I call home. And I'm really getting a bit pooped now. It's 5:30 and I really can't leave it like this. But then again, tomorrow is another day, isn't it? I'm hoping to persuade someone to help me to put the wardrobe back together again, and then I can get sort of around to oh, there's my baby Buster, if you can see him there. There he is, my darling. I need to put another one there now. We had to say goodbye to Sky yesterday. That's my son's Rottweiler. You may remember her if you've been watching my video. She used to be here for a little while. Her and her sister, we call her sister, she's not really a sister, Poppy. Sky was a full Rottweiler, but sadly she got a tumour on her liver. And it was diagnosed 12 months ago, but sadly she had to go to sleep yesterday, which we're all very sad about. But it's the way of the world, isn't it, that you know, animals don't last forever, sadly, as much as we love them and they're part of the family. So I'll just take you, as I say, I won't show the kitchen because that's a whole new ball game, that. As you can see, I am so tidy in here. Would you like to come and help me? As you can see, I am just, there is nowhere to sit. There is, oh well, there's one place to sit, but that's about it. I can't even get out of the back door because I've got this is my, oh, my light, oops, my light that I use when I'm making videos. Oh, the whole thing is just, there's my selection of hats, and hats there. And there's my furry hat, my Cossack hat. As you can see, these are all labelled up with what there's in them. Children's crochet, baby crochet, whatever. There's all those that have to be found a space for. And I won't get rid of them, so please don't miss me. And here we are. I'll leave you with a nice view. If you don't look next door, we've got a nice view. And somebody's burning wood. Clouds are nice today. The furniture is all under wraps, as you can see, because I didn't trust it. It's one of those. This is my, nothing in it yet, but it's there. And here we go. I don't know if you can hear a machine, it's somebody in the cloth. Over there using something. Oh, the greenery. Children playing in the background. As you can see, the lawn has not quite recovered from the dogs yet, but it's on its way. And that's the shed with all the rubbish in it. Maybe I could use that as an overflow for my stash. Except it has spiders and I don't want spiders. And that tree unfortunately seems to have died. It's in next door's garden. But my trees, my sumac trees, if you can see them, they're getting all the red seed pods on them, which are all very pretty. Those are my tiger lilies. They have like yellow flowers on them, and those two. And my rose unfortunately has died off now. It was beautiful before. Where's it gone? You can just see part of it there next to the plant pots. It had some beautiful roses on it. They were gorgeous. Anyway, I'll leave you with that. Oh, let me see which way it goes. No, it goes the other way. I'll never get the zoom in right, will I? I'll leave you with the view of the trees As I said before, it's about 5:30 going up to 6 o'clock, something like that. So unfortunately the sun has all gone in. We did have some sun, we did have it, but now it's gone. Anyway, maybe I'll make another video showing you what I've actually achieved, but as you can tell, no crocheting's been done today. And I just feel like going, oh no, and throwing the towel in, but I will get it done eventually. So bye bye from a once sunny Sunday here in Manchester. Bye now.